Good morning, Raman.
Good morning.
Raman, what can you offer that other candidates cannot?
First of all, I would say I have worked in multi-ethnic, multicultural environment. Most of my years have been spent in the Middle East, working in Dubai, Muscat, for multinational and local companies, where I had to deal with people from different backgrounds, different countries, such as Britishers, Americans, Arabs, Indians, Pakistanis. So that gives me an edge over what other candidates can offer.
A lot of diversity.
Lot of diversity, absolutely. That brings me to the second point, that it strengthened my interpersonal skills. What I can offer is I'm very good at building relationships. I have fantastic relationships with the bankers. I negotiated the terms with the insurance companies, with the clients, with the vendors, and as well as with different divisional managers, operating managers within the company. I bring, working in a multi-ethnic, multicultural environment, I bring in very strong interpersonal skills. Of course, being a chartered accountant from India, I do bring experience of working in senior positions, CFO and general manager of finance. And in addition to that, I was not only looking after finance department, I also took care of companies' IT requirements, wherein we had IBM AS400 main platform, and to guide, to direct, and to meet the requirements of the managers for their IT, for their information, etc. In addition to these two departments, I also looked after automotive financing business. I was managing that department as a profit center responsibility, bringing in a growth of something like about 20% year-on-year basis. And when I left, the total portfolio of automotive financing, the cars, Honda cars, was something like about $25 million.
That's right.
So all these different experiences
you can bring to the table.
I can bring it to the table and make the best in the company achieve their help managers to achieve their objectives.
Excellent, Raman. I was going to ask you what your strengths were and how successful you are or have been, but I think you've already covered that. So let me go to the limitations. Do you have any limitations or biggest mistakes? Provided you have some.
When I sit back and I think about it, basically what I find is I have always been that my personality let my work, my job, my responsibilities take priority over my personal interests. So that at times I do feel is my weakness, when I put it on limitation.
I think a lot of employers would look on that as an asset, to them anyway.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
How long would it take you to make a meaningful contribution to our firm?
I would reckon, based on my past experience, joining, changing companies, and also having worked in a senior position as a leader, directing the people, I would reckon possibly a week to 10 days to understand people, to understand the business, to understand business processes, and then figuring it out how to go.
Fitting into the corporate culture.
Fitting into the corporate culture for 8 to 10 days.
Okay, and very quickly, can you give me a situation in which you had to work under pressure or meet a deadline?
Well, practically I would say for we accountants, for CFO,
it's all the time.
It is all the time. Month-end reporting, quarterly budgets, forecasts, cash flows, providing MIS, management information systems to the internal managers.
I'd have to agree with you.
Budgets, forecasts, you know.
You're well accustomed to it.
Very much accustomed to it, and also not only meeting the deadline, but also at times when somebody falls sick, somebody does not turn up, having a contingency plan to deal with eventualities like that and still meeting the deadlines. And that's what
you look like an individual would have no trouble with deadlines. Finally, Raman, when would you be able to start?
Well, it will take me about a week to 10 days to join from the time I've been given an appointment letter. So I would say about a week or 10 days.
I think that's fair. Well, Raman, thank you very much for your time, and best of luck to you in your service.
Thank you very much. Thanks for your time.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Thanks.